Craft Beer Crusaders is almost back. And as a lead-in venture, we're going to talk to Guy about Good Beer Week and GABS for 2014 and what's happening.
G'day mate, how are you?
Good, very well.
Excellent.
Plenty of events on.
Heaps of events. Very excited about Good Beer Week 2014
Yep.
For a couple of reasons. Obviously, we've got a shed load of activities planned for here at the local tap house, but also obviously GABS. So we're pretty excited about both, and I think we've got a pretty good lineup that people are going to be pretty excited about.
Any wonderful new little events this year in Good Beer Week that weren't there last year that people might want to check out?
Yes, we've got definitely a couple of new ones. One of the first new ones that we've got is what we're calling Mystery Cellar Dwellers, where it's free and it's happening every single day throughout Good Beer Week, which is basically at 5 p.m. every day. We're either taking the top off or tapping some beers that have never been in Australia before, or never been out there before. It could be from Australian brewers, it could be from international brewers. Just incredible stuff that you just can't wait to get your hands on.
Any hints?
Yes, we've got some vertical tastings from places like Six Point, from some of their vintage stock that we've managed to get our hands on. That's an absolute exclusive scoop. No one else knows that. We've got some phenomenal beer coming up. So it's just a good idea to be here. We're going to release the name, release what beers are going to be on that day, that morning.
Oh wow!
So if you're keen and you just keep an eye on the social media, it's going to come out and you're going to know exactly what to do.
I like the sound of that. I know where I'm going to be 5 p.m. every day. I think I'm just going to hang out.
Aside from that, we've got a Barrel and Beast event where we're basically matching some fantastic meat with really great cask beer. So real ales.
Yep.
So that's a new one that we haven't done before. So that's pretty exciting. The other one that I love, which because it's a little bit different, is at the Belgian Beer Breakfast, where we're going to basically have a whole bunch of fantastic Belgian beers. We're going to have waffles. We're going to have a whole Belgian spread in the morning, opening up from 11 a.m. for this brunch. It's only on the Saturday and Sunday for that late sort of hungover breakfast. Beer
There'll be plenty of those.
Beer is optional, so obviously you don't have to start drinking at 11 a.m. But it's got to be midday somewhere in the world, right?
It's preferable that you do. And my theory is it could be 8 a.m. in the morning. It's beer o'clock.
It's midday or 5 p.m. somewhere in the world. So that'll be some fantastic Belgian beers. With some great Belgian breakfast.
Sounds awesome. I'm keen to get to that one too.
Absolutely.
I've got plenty of free weekends coming up too, so I'm going to get stuck right into that, I think.
Excellent.
Now, GABS, we were there last year. We had a blast.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Over 100 this time.
So I was just looking at the list this morning, and at the moment we've got about 112. We got up about 116, but we had to scratch a couple because they couldn't produce in time. Yep. But we're pretty excited about that as well. Have you read the list?
I've seen some of it. There's some interesting stuff coming out. That's for sure.
Well, there's a list available at gabsfestival.com.au if you want to find out what beers are on offer already. We're pretty excited about the beers that are being produced. There's people have pulled out all the stops, and there's incredible ingredients being used again.
I know Blackheart's beer. I've actually tasted their beer.
Oh right! Wow, an exclusive. Incredible.
I tasted it a while back actually, and it was coming along really nice, and I was quite interested in what they were doing with it.
So, okay, good.
So I won't
How's
say
it
any more
tasting?
this yet. It was tasting pretty good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It'd be even better now that's been aged a bit more.
Ooh, sounds amazing.
So.
But aside from the specialty beers, the festival beers, what we're actually very excited about this year is the Dan Murphy's Market Square.
Yep.
We've got an amazing array of brewers set up for everybody, and we've encouraged them to think outside the square, to do something a bit different. So there's going to be all sorts of activities. I think Ben Krause at the Better Beer stand is going to be arm wrestling punters, and I've been guaranteed by John Cope Williams that the punters won't win. We've got people doing beer pong. We've got some blind tastings. We've got some opportunities to have very intimate tastings with the actual brewers from Australia, from overseas. So the stands themselves are going all out. Garage Project are not going to disappoint. They're coming up with a
Do they ever?
No, never. But they're coming up with a phenomenal stand where they're going to do this. I can't even tell you what it's about, but their stand is going to be something that you've got to check out. You can't miss it. So that's exciting. Aside from the festival beers, which are always
Yeah.
exciting, the Dan Murphy's Market Square is going to be incredible. On top of that, the other thing that's new and we've never done before is a VIP food and beer experience.
Okay, yep.
So we've got a two-hatted chef restaurant in Stefano's from Mildura.
Yep.
And his chef and him are creating these phenomenal dishes for everybody to try, and we're matching them with some incredible beers as well. It's going to be up on the gallery overlooking the whole of GABS, so with this fantastic view, and that's something really not to be missed. The taste, it's going to be a taste sensation. Kirili Waldhorn, the beer diva, will be hosting it, as well as Francis Leach from ABC/XSEN.
Yep. I'm glad you got him involved.
Oh, he's unreal, and he's a beer lover as well. He's an
yes.
absolute beer lover, as is Kirili, obviously. Yeah. So we're pretty excited about that.
I'm excited about having Stefano. I mean, we spent a day with him up in Mildura, and the food was amazing. Oh. We were spoilt rotten. Absolutely
isn't it good food?
Yeah.
It's incredible, and so they're creating these taste sensations to be matched with the beer, to just basically underline how well beer and food go together.
Yeah.
And we're curating the list of beers.
Is that every day? Friday, Saturday,
No,
Sunday?
that's only once. It's only on the Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night, and it lasts for about 3.5, 4 hours.
Yep.
You get a ticket to GABS with it,
Yep.
along with your ticket to that. You also get $20 worth of tasting tokens to come down afterwards and enjoy. And you get to hear from the brewers about their beers, as well as from the chefs themselves about why they've matched it with those beers. So it's a bit of a foodie event.
We're going to be there on the Friday night, so we might try and sneak in and do a bit of filming and put something together for the boys.
There you go. Okay, that'd be fantastic. So that's exciting.
I hear there's rumours there's a real ale cask bar as well this year.
That's right. There will be. We've got about 6 breweries that are making a beer especially for GABS. They're putting either one of their well-known beers and turning it into a real ale, so letting it sort of cask condition.
Yep.
We're going to be having it on hand pump to properly agitate it, and it's going to be some real ales. That's going to be at the local tap house stand.
Yep.
So it's definitely something. It's a new element to GABS, something that we're quite excited about. We've got Little Creatures, White Rabbit, Bridge Road is doing a beer. They're a collaboration with McKellar. We've also got Bright, who's doing a beer. Thinking who else is doing a beer. We've got Prickly Moses that are doing a fantastic hand pump beer as well. I probably left one out, but that's a good start anyway.
See if you can guess who the last one is.
So we're excited about the cask bar that's going to happen at the local tap house stand this year as well.
Sounds like you got a lot on this year.
Heaps.
Big event.
Heaps. And the other thing that's really exciting, again, as we've had in the past, Craft Beer College this year, Coopers is one of our major partners, and it's going to be the Coopers Craft Beer College, which is really exciting because Coopers is kind of one of the grandfathers of craft beer in Australia. Still family owned, and they do a fantastic job of bringing great beers, and so this whole education piece is something that's important to them.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a little bit of a home brewing element in there, as well as the usual Q and Ales. We're going to be doing some beer and food matching, beer and cheese matching there. Going to be doing some pretty exciting things again.
Nobody ever complains about beer and cheese matching.
No. Exactly right. So we had a little bit of a teaser of that because Milk the Cow is going to be involved.
Okay, yep.
And they're going to be choosing the cheeses, and they know a hell of a lot about fantastic cheese, and they match really, really fantastically with great beer.
Yeah, sounds like a busy 3 days and a busy good beer week as well.
Absolutely.
Look, thank you for your time. And
my pleasure.
Hopefully it's jam-packed with people and everyone has a blast. But it sounds like there's going to be a lot of people who are going to need 3-day passes.
Or at least, and probably going to need some recovery time afterwards as well.
So there you have it. Good Beer Week, May 17th to the 25th. And GABS Festival, 23rd to 25th of May. Get your tickets now.
Don't forget.